Right here we're preparing the dry ingredients for the substrate. We ended up with a lot of shavings in this batch of sawdust and shavings. We really want to get a mixture of 2/3 sawdust to 1/3 shavings. So what we're doing here is separating some shavings out because there's too much of that. For nutrients, we added wheat bran into the sawdust mix. This provides food for the mushrooms to grow. And we have to mix it in thoroughly. So that's what's happening here. Next, we're going to be adding water to the mix because it has to be wet enough to clump together and form a block once it's sterilized. This particular pitcher has some molasses mixed in with it for extra sugars for the mushrooms to grow well. So we're distributing the moisture throughout the sawdust, sort of like making bread, we're just mixing the stuff all together. And it's important to get enough water in because if there's not enough water, it won't clump together and it won't spread the mycelial growth. So it looks like it's almost ready and you're just kind of mixing it, and then you decide, nope, a little more water, a little more water. You want to have enough water in it that if you were to squeeze it in your fingers, just a little bit of water would drip out, not too much. Now we're transferring the mixture into the plastic bags. These bags are capable of withstanding 250 degrees. They have a little white filter patch so that they can breathe once the substrate is inoculated with the mycelium and the spawn. It's good to pack them down so it's forming a tight block. And eventually these are going to be transferred to a pressure cooker. So we've got it all packed in there and we decided, nope, not enough water. Let's put some more water in. So it's a trial and error. Now we're pouring distilled water into the pressure cooker. This is our large pressure cooker and it takes 2 gallons of water. So next, the bags are being folded along the pleats so that we can just tuck the extra lip of the bag underneath, forming a compact block. That's what these particular things are called when it's done, and we're making blocks of substrate. And these will be folded tightly and then placed into the tray. And then we'll place this tray into the pressure cooker, being careful to insert. There's a sleeve inside this tray, and there's a special hose that's attached to the lid that distributes the steam. So you have to line the arrows up on the pressure cooker lid with the pressure cooker bottom. And this particular lid is hard to secure evenly, so you have to double check to make sure it's not too high on one side and too low on the other. So it takes some fiddling around with. And when you tighten this lid down, you have to go around symmetrically, grabbing 2 on each side and then tightening gradually. Flick on the power, turn the knob to high, and wait for it to reach 250 degrees. Here's the completed bags already inoculated with spawn. These are about 3 weeks old.